My name is Michelle Holland, and I really appreciate you clicking through. It really says to me that you're on the fast track journey to leadership. So I've been on the journey myself, and I've been teaching people the journey of leadership for around about 15 years now. And you know what? I've got a confession to make. I've been doing it wrong. I've been on the wrong track, and I've been teaching people the wrong track. But you know what? It's okay. I've discovered what the right track is now. But what I want to do is explore with you the track that most people take on their leadership journey. And I really want to show you where the flaws are in that and the mistakes that we make. Now, you obviously want to be a leader. You want to be the best leader you can be. You want to get the most out of your people, and you want to be inspiring. I can tell that because you've clicked through and you're having a look at this video. Now, I'm going to explore that a little bit with you, and I've got a whole program that takes you on that journey through all of the skills that are really essential for being a great, inspiring leader, and that will set you apart from all of the other people that are on that track up to the leadership, up to the top. Alright, so thanks for coming, and let's just talk about leadership in its current form. Generally, people jump into the middle of leadership. They get an opportunity and they jump into it, and they become a manager, or they become a team leader, or they become a CEO, but they don't have the fundamental skills. Now, you've met them, haven't you? You've met those managers, you've met those CEOs where you go, you know what, technically, yeah, you're pretty good at what you do, you know, you're not bad at running the company, or you could be abysmal at running the company, but generally, you know, they're pretty good at what they do, but they're not overly inspiring. And I don't know about you, but I really need an inspiring leader, and I think you probably do too. Particularly if you're on your track to leadership, you want someone to look to, you want to grow with somebody, and wouldn't you love to provide that for people around you? So guess what? We're going to talk about that leadership journey right now. Let's talk first about the leadership journey that I was taking and that I've been teaching that I'm not going to anymore because it's fundamentally flawed. Alright, let's talk about it. So, the leadership journey has many steps. We always talk about the corporate ladder, but I'm not going to talk about the ladder today. I'm going to talk about a staircase. Okay, that's the analogy. Okay, so we want to be here, obviously, don't we? This is the top of the tree. This is where we want to be. Now, whatever the top of the tree is for you, that's what's important. If it is the CEO of a big multinational company, awesome, let's do it. If it's not, if it's the managing director of a small company, excellent, let's do it. You know what? Still takes the same skills, still takes the same get up and go, still takes a can-do attitude. All of those things are really important. Yeah, absolutely takes some technical skill too. But you know what? I've done some research into great leaders, and it's not their technical skill that sets them apart. It's other skills. So let's explore that now. So this is what usually happens. Alright, so this is you right now. Alright, so this is you on your journey. And it might be that you started in another career. It might be that you started through university and you've come into the workplace new. It might be that you're just changing and want to do something completely different. It might be that you've just discovered that you want to be a great leader. And if that's the case, you're on the way. What happens normally, and the way that people, I guess, tell people how to move into leadership, is jump into it. Just jump right into it and you work it out and it'll be great. And you know what that happens? That happens sometimes. So people will jump. And they'll jump into a manager or a team leader position. And you know why they usually do that jump and they usually put into that position? Because normally they're great at their technical skill. But just because you're a great accountant, or just because you're a great planner or an amazing surfer, doesn't mean that you're going to be a fabulous leader. It doesn't mean you're going to be an inspiring leader. That takes skill as well. That takes a different set of skills. But generally what we do is we jump. and we jump into that role, sink or swim. And you know what? Sometimes that works, and sometimes there are people that work through that and they are fantastic. Absolutely. But man, it's such a journey for them, and there's a lot of pain and struggle in that. So the journey I want to take you on and show you takes away all that struggle, takes away that pain, and it sets you up. It builds your strength to be a really strong leader, inspirational leader. And being a technical leader is really important when you're in a technical position. But if you're in a management position, then you need a whole other set of skills. Alright, so we're here at management level. Might be team leader level. And we've been struggling about a bit, and we've been trying to find our way, and we may have gone off and even done a leadership program that was really great and inspiring for the couple of days we were there. But it's really on the job, isn't it, that we've been learning the most. Alright, so we've built some skills and we've got a bit of confidence, but you know what, we're still a little wobbly. We're still a little bit wobbly here. But you know what happens? Well, a couple of things. Either the wobbles take over and they fall off, or they go, you know what, I'm just going to ignore those wobbles for now. I'm just going to pretend they're not there. Fake it till you make it. We've all heard that. Fake it till you make it. And you know what? The CEO jobs come up, or the managing director's jobs come up. So I'm going to jump. I'm going to apply for that. So they do. They jump. And they make it to the top. Wow, that poor person. They are wobbling away at the top. And it means that there's either a gap for them to be able to be inspiring, or they're not able to be inspiring, or worse still, they fall off the top and hit the bottom. And I gotta say, this is the general journey that people take in leadership and management. It's seen as something you just jump into the middle of, sink or swim. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that sink in leadership. They wobble, they fall off. They get to the top, they fall off. Or worse still, they don't fall off and they're still there. And, you know, they may be your manager one day. Who knows? I've been on this journey. I've wobbled and I've fallen off. And I've learnt from that journey and the mistakes that I've made along the way. But guess what? I've discovered another journey. And this is a way better journey. So I'm going to talk to you about that journey right now. Because, to be honest, all of the research that I've done has shown that to be a really great leader, you need to be really strong with some very fundamental skills. And when I say fundamental, I don't mean basic. These are hard things, but they are fundamental and core to being a great leader. Alright, so let's explore that journey now. Okay, so we still have the same steps to take. But what we want to do is we want to build our strength of skill all the way to the top, because we want to be a really strong leader. We want to be able to be inspirational for our people. And we want the strength to come from within, not because we've got the authority of power. So, here we are again. This is our little technical leader down here. On his or her journey, we want them to take it step by step. You want to move to this step to get a really strong foothold here, because by doing that you can move to this strength and this step and develop some more strength of skill. This one, and by this time you're developing some really strong muscles, strength of skill, to move to this one, to move to this one. And once you get here, you are strong. You've got the strength You've got the skills. You've put them into practice. You know what you're supposed to be doing. You're not floundering about. You're not wobbling. You're not going to fall off because you know what you need to do to be an inspirational leader. Now, these steps along the way are things that I've named, and they're all fundamental. And I guess the thing is, this new thing that I'm talking to you about, it's just the old stuff, but we've forgotten about all the old stuff, so we need to get back there. So here we go. This is the new journey of leadership, and this is what's going to set you apart from all of the others. The first step is communicate. It's learning those very fundamental skills on how to interact with people. How do I understand myself? How do I understand others? And how do I make that work for me? How can I communicate with people? You know, it sounds pretty fundamental, but wow, this skill is so underutilized and so underdone in society as a whole. So after you've got the fundamentals, what you really need next is confidence. You need the confidence to utilize these skills in your day-to-day life. Do you know how to network? Does networking work for you? I don't know. Can you communicate? Have you got the confidence to do that? That's all part of it. Talking with people, influencing people. It's all part of it. You have to have the confidence to make things different. So once we've sort of developed those fundamental skills, once we've developed the confidence of those skills, growing in our strength in our journey, we then get to the point where we can influence. Alright, we're not talking about manipulation here, we're talking about being able to influence. So this is when you want to get your point across to someone, or this is when you want to talk to them about something that's better for them. You want to be able to look at it from their point of view. You want to be able to meet their needs. You really want to be able to know what their needs are. And to do that, you need some of these fundamental skills. To be able to move someone to your way of thinking, or your way of being, or to a change process that you want to do, it's really important to have really great influencing skills. If you want to get further in your career, you need to have really good influencing skills. If you want to change the world, you have to have great influencing skills. And influencing skills come from confidence. And confidence comes from the skill of being able to understand yourself and others. So once you're able to influence, that sort of one-on-one influencing, the next thing you might want to do is take your message broader to a bigger audience. So that's when we get to present. We want to present ourselves, and we want to present our message to the world. This is a really important part of our journey. This is when we're stepping outside of just that one-to-one interaction. This is when we are presenting to a whole team of people. If you're going to be a division manager of 50 people, you need to know how to present to those people and deliver your message with impact and with meaning. So that's what we talk about when we talk about being able to present. Once you've developed all of these skills, you're a strong leader. You can move your way to the top. And the thing you want to do at the top of the leadership chain is not only for yourself, but for your organization, or for your team, or for the world, who knows, is transform. That is the big step and the big journey. This is the meaty one. This, unfortunately, is where we tend to jump into. We try and jump into these really extensive programs that tell us all about these amazing concepts of leadership, which are absolutely amazing and absolutely essential. But you know what? Without these fundamental stones, without these foundations, you're going to crumble and fall in that. you're going to try to apply something that you don't have the baseline skill to be able to apply. It's like putting a roof on a house without putting the foundations down and without putting the walls up. It's not going to stay there. You might get the roof, but it's not going to stay there. So we really need to have those fundamentals in place before getting to that point of transform. So that's the journey that I've discovered that really works and really creates great leaders. So I know you want to be this great leader. I know you want to take that journey with me. This is your first step. Get good at this first. Make sure you get good at communication. So I've got lots of videos on our website that actually walk you through some of this stuff and will give you some really great skills in communication and confidence and influencing skills. One of our videos is called Managing Expectations, and it really is about understanding yourself. It's one of those fundamental skills here, managing expectations. So thank you so much for joining me. My name is Michelle, and I look forward to seeing you again in another video soon.